carrying
that's
around.
always dressed up as Jesus?
Yeah, with the massive Joy-Con sword. At first, I thought it was a crazy modded controller, and he was about to play with this like
that would be insane.
5-foot Joy-Con.
It's like a giant box that he just sits on his
Yeah,
lap.
yeah, because that's like not out of the question. That's definitely something that somebody would do. But
Ooh, okay, Presto playing Zelda. So we're gonna have Min Zelda going into this set.
Min Zelda, this is exactly what we were talking about with Indiana.
Yeah.
the character lineups. Zelda Min right away, though. This sounds disgusting for Zelda.
It is not fun.
She definitely can't have the most ways to get in. However, that up B could be a decent tool to catch Min overcommitting on some of those laggy arm moves.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot harder. When you're in that like neutral setup at the beginning of the game, you're going to have a little extra space. But the big thing is that Min's going to be shutting you down. She's going to make it really hard to get back onto stage. When you're off stage against her, you're going to have to rely a lot on the Knight for taking space on stage. But the arms just shut it down so quickly. If she gets hit when she's doing that setup, it'll just immediately shut the Knight down. But again, it looks like that up B is working out really well. If Quill's able to get a read on that, they may be able to get like an up smash out of shield at kill percent though, so you do have to be careful.
Yeah.
It's pretty predictable. As soon as you see her do the up B, she can change her angle a little bit, but if she just teleports right into you, it is pretty laggy on shield.
Yeah, the up B is going to be a solid tool for catching something laggy, but if Presto gets a little bit too overzealous with it, Quinn is going to be able to punish very easily, and they do exactly that with the Mega Lock.
Alright, landing with the neutral B. Going to be a good get off me option, but a lot of the time, Quill's going to be set up in a region where a lot of these out of shield options and the get off me options from Zelda aren't going to really come into play. Really like that landing with back air there. Able to use the airspace to shut down that distance between them and get that kill.
Yeah, this game is going back and forth pretty effectively so far as Presto was able to take a stock. But I love that down air. That's what we were talking about, to punish that up B. Presto getting a little bit too telegraphed with it, and Quinn is going to punish accordingly. Now off stage, Min has some pressure here. It relents though.
I like that down air there from Presto. Not able to find it, but being able to capitalize off these opportunities when Min is off stage is going to be super huge for getting a stock lead.
And they're out of shield, not quite fast enough. Presto was able to put on some pressure off stage. Stuck at ledge now was Quill, able to work their way out very effectively. Min has so many tools to do that. Pressure from more than halfway across the stage, and Presto can't make it back.
Yeah, Zelda just really struggles at the ledge. She doesn't have a lot of great options to get off, except for like jumping and then using that up B, but we've seen multiple times that Quill's just ready to punish that. So when we're trying to get back to the ledge, I think going to a stage that has options like those platforms there to try to like jump up onto might be beneficial for Zelda, but if she's just trapped there on like this FD version, it can be curtains.
Yeah, that's what's so terrifying about Min is that sometimes you can have a habit, but you're far enough away to where the habit doesn't matter. No matter where you are on the stage, if you have a movement habit, Min is going to kill you for it. And now Presto caught off stage yet again. Nice up B back to the middle though, haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, that's like a nice mix-up, but again, you do have to be careful about that. Down air into Nair there, good damage. Okay, tries to use the neutral B to catch the tether to the ledge, but not able to find it.
Wow, yeah, that dragon is just going to get way out there and breathe fire on you. That's going to take the stock off the left side of the stage. And I do like what Presto was trying to do there with the neutral B off ledge to cut off the tether. Most characters do have a like lingering move to take care of those tether recoveries pretty early. We could see an early stock take with that later on in the set, but that game was all Quill.
Yeah, it's really hard off stage and at the ledge against Min because Zelda's so floaty too that we saw there. Like, even though Presto was trying to hang out towards the ledge, make it a little bit more ambiguous as to how they were going to recover to the stage, Quill was just able to throw the arm out there, and you don't have a lot of mix-up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be really hard for Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda has very limited mix in that situation, as you said. It really is just that up B. And if Quill gets a hang of that, then things can get ugly pretty quickly. Beginning of game 2 already off stage is Presto. Quill making the most of it right away. That's a lot of damage. Can't get the frame trap though. Presto's going to punish.
Okay, some decent damage here using that neutral B into a tech chase. Tries to use the Knight as well. Have good pressure here on the shield of Quill. Really low shield, but do have to be careful about that lightning kick. It can shield poke and also has a ton of knockback and could kill at the ledge.
And Min's pressure is so consistent. It's so hard to get around, especially with a low mobility character like Zelda. But that's nice damage, though.
Ooh,
catches the drift to the platform. Nice up airs coming through from Presto.
Yeah, catching Min land is going to be huge. Able to use that up tilt, but ooh, this is scary.
No.
Drifts out there towards the ledge, avoiding the second arm. So good stuff there to Presto, but going to struggle to get back onto stage here.
Yeah, like that timing there from Presto to get back on. And I like what they were trying to do earlier with the roll in. That's a pretty good option against Min Min to kind of get behind those arms. They usually get a massive punish if you're able to do it, but the timing was just barely off. If Presto can get something like that again, it's definitely going to be a stock now as we're pushing 100%. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really like that pressure, able to use the Knight to cover high and then go off stage to try to cover low, and just didn't give Quill a lot of options to get back to the ledge. Okay, up tilt for some decent damage here, leading into Nair, but just shutting down that Knight immediately, not letting Presto get it set up, get that ledge trap set up.
Yeah, both these characters so strong at holding their opponent in the corner. Both Zelda and Min Min are going to excel at that. Very much so, as we've seen a lot of stocks just get taken from kind of putting you in the corner and just keeping you there forever. Zelda has some phenomenal ledge pressure, and I don't got to talk about Min Min's.
Grabs through the Knight there. That was a little funny looking. Okay, but able to use that up B, get back onto stage here, and holding down center, which is definitely where you want to be as Zelda right now. We saw multiple times where Presto tries to push an advantage and try to find those early stocks off stage against Quill, but if Quill's able to get those reversals, being trapped at the ledge again, just kind of a death sentence for Zelda, so do have to be careful with pushing advantage here.
And we're not seeing these earlier stock takes off the sides from Quill. Presto getting a little bit more careful and neutral, and the threat of that up B is what's really important. It's not the actual action of it hitting, it's the threat, and Quill has to keep that in mind every time he throws out a movement advantage.
Oh yeah.
Nice timing.
Yeah, really good stuff there to Quill. We're not seeing a lot of out-of-shield punishes from Zelda, which is what she really has a lot of strength in. A lot of the time you'll see like the fair bear out-of-shield or uppy out-of-shield. But when you're Min-Min and you can hit from across the stage, it's just going to be a lot easier to find those stocks. Okay, reads the jump there with the up air. Really good stuff. I really love that coverage. It's really hard to deal with that situation if you're not ready to deal with the Knight, just because it covers roll and neutral get up. So good stuff catching that jump.
We'll just see if Presto can make it back from the corner. This could get ugly. You could lose your stock right now. Quill might surge forward and take this game all in one interaction. Now still stuck at the corner. The timing is on deck for Quill. Presto can't make it back and times it yet again. Quill can't miss. Still alive though is Presto and gets it again. Quill with 5 or 6 2 frames in a row. Just can't miss, and that's a great way to end it off for them.
Yeah, really good stuff there to Quill. Obviously has the timing down. They did have Mysterica here in Indiana for a while, so might have that matchup knowledge. But yeah, just really had that matchup on lock, which personally I was a Zelda main for a very long time, and that was one of the matchups that made me drop her. It's very, very hard to play that and to close that space, especially with how like floaty she is in the air. Min-Min just covers the airspace with having both the arms. She can cover landings a lot better.
Right.
So yeah, that matchup's really hard. You kind of have to rely on that up B, and as soon as they get a good idea of when you're going to be using that, like it's just a brick wall in front of you. Yeah. So I think that honestly Presto played it pretty well.
I agree.
It's just really hard to get back on stage.
Yeah, Presto also did a pretty good job of getting the most off of the punishes once he was finally able to get in, right? As much of a rare commodity that is against Min-Min, whenever you get within 5 feet of her, you got to make the most of it every single time. And I think Presto did a pretty good job doing that. You saw the up